Richard Espinal, Director of Teologia. I'm glad you guys were able to come out tonight. I'm very excited about our presentation. It's been some discussion around the women that we're going to be talking about tonight. But more importantly, it's just good to have folks come out, especially in this really busy time of the holidays. As you can hear, there's a lot of partying going on, so it might be a little difficult tonight, but again, I'm just really thankful for all of you for joining us. Okay? Just before we get into it, I'll just remind you that Center's doing a toy drive, so if you would like to donate some toys, please do so if you can by this Friday or Monday, the absolute latest. So that we can make sure that we get that into the hands of a young child. Okay? Please, if you wrap it, just mark on it if it's for a boy or a girl and the age range and for, or if it's unwrapped, that's fine too. We'll make Deanna wrap it up on Monday. Okay? But let's begin with a prayer. Good gracious God, we give you thanks for this glorious day, for this opportunity to come together in fellowship, to share the wisdom that you have imparted to us. And we ask that in this time of Advent, we are preparing to celebrate the coming of your Son into the world, that we are also reminded of all those who are in need of that light, that hope that the birth of your Son brought to this world. So we ask all of these things in the name of Christ, our Lord. Amen. And I'm going to turn it over to Tiffany, who will share some words of introduction.
All right. Well, hopefully you all know that we are welcoming here tonight, have a choir, and hopefully you have had a chance to mingle a little bit and hear from her. We're really excited to have Eileen Markey, a journalist who specializes in urban public policy and religious cultural issues. And her work has appeared in the New York Times, City Limit, New York Daily News, New York Magazine, The Village Voice, The Wall Street Journal, PoliceNet, Newsday, National Catholic Reporter, and Buster Taylor. So we're really honored to have her share tonight about the biography that she's currently working on Laura Clark, one of the church women in El Salvador, who was killed for her work for courageous work in March 2024, and tying that into our Advent reflection on her nation. To be with us here on earth and going out to work for the So without further ado, I'll turn it over to Eileen. Thank you again so much for being here.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Should I turn this on? You can hear me?
Yeah.
All right, I don't hear myself, but you can. rest of my life. And the kind of work I wanted to do as a journalist, but I didn't actually. Always kind of struggling with my Catholicism and what it meant and how all these inspiring things I knew intersected with all the things that make me crazy about the institutional church. And then an opportunity came around to spend a few years just telling this story. And I was like, oh, here's a chance to use the skills I have as a reporter and maybe do something good for my soul in like focusing on a story I find inspiring and very actually essential into what it means to be Catholic, and not have to think about other things so much. Just do one long story. So for the last couple of years, I've been working on this biography of Maura Clark, who is one of these 4 North American women who were killed in El Salvador in 1980. So some people in the room are intimately familiar with this story, and some of you might not be, or some of you might have like some vague inkling of it. So I'll like maybe back up a little bit and say, and I apologize, I preferred paper, but my printer was out of ink, so I have a screen.